All right, and we're live. Let me see if I can get some lights going. There we go. There's my doggy. Hey, everybody, and welcome to New Perspective. Would you lay down? Lay down. Welcome to New Perspective with Major Mayhem. Going live. Oh, look at that. Already got one like. Hey, I want to talk a little bit about the State of the Union, and we need to teach the Democrats how to protest or boycott or whatever. Hey, Gina, how are you doing, sweetie? Because the State of the Union was one of the greatest State of the Unions I've actually seen. It was about how America is great, and most of the State of the Unions show a lot of the darkness to America, which as a president, we shouldn't always focus on the negative, but that's what we do as people, is we focus on the negative. But Trump, he talked about a lot of issues that a lot of Americans care about, especially the record low unemployment for minorities. And Democrats, please look. I understand you're doing it as a protest. You're doing it as a boycott for Trump, but you're focusing on the wrong areas, because number one, you wearing all that white. Of course, there's going to be memes made about you because a lot of people associate white coloring with the KKK. And knowing the history of the KKK being perpetuated by the Democratic Party, it doesn't look good. Yeah, exactly, Gina. The Democrats looked like a cult last night, and they really did. And it brought a lot of negative attention upon you guys. You gotta think outside the box and not just group think. You can't do the group think, because that just is wrong. That's wrong. I mean, look at every time Trump said something positive, look at all the Democrats that looked at each other like, are you gonna stand? Are you clapping? No, I guess I'm just gonna sit right here. That's what it looked like the whole time, and it was shameful. It was shameful. And I understand, it was hilarious, Gina, matching outfits. And I can understand where a lot of people say, hey, uniformity, wearing the pink hats, that's like a uniform that shows unity. Wearing all white, that shows unity. Knowing that white means purity, well, there's nothing really pure about what the Democrats are doing, especially when you look at them not even standing and clapping for the late-term abortions. When Trump said he wanted to get rid of the late-term abortions, they didn't stand up and clap. Now, there were a few times that they did stand up and clap, and two of them were really shocking. When Trump was talking about how a victory for America is not a victory for either party, it's just a victory for America. And I'm pretty sure there were a lot of Democrats that were looking at each other and saying, well, should we stand for this? Should we not? Should we clap? What should we do? We don't want to look like a-holes. But then again, they did. They stood up, they clapped, partial. Not all of them. And then another thing is, when Trump was talking about there is nothing that can compare to America, of course, like Cory Booker and Kamala Harris had to stand up because they're running for president. And to say that to sit and be like, well, yeah, there's a lot of places that are better than America. Well, that doesn't look good on you. So, yeah, I don't know if they actually believe it, but I know there's a lot of Americans that do believe America is one of the greatest countries on earth. And it does give you a lot of freedoms. Now, there's a lot of things about America that I don't like, and I'm hoping that will eventually change. Like, I don't like the fact that you have to get a permit for basically about everything. You buy the land and you have to buy a permit to build a house. You have to buy a permit to put in a well. You have to buy a permit to get in a septic tank. Lots and lots of money. I don't agree with that. That's why I'm more of, lower government power compared to higher government power. But that's a different story. But I think the Democrats did a great job of destroying themselves last night, because every topic was, black unemployment rate, record low. They sat. They didn't applaud. Asian unemployment rate, low. They sat. They didn't clap. Yeah. Permits for firearms too. That's correct, Gina. They sat for like 99.9% of what he was talking about. Now, the biggest thing that should be a wake-up call to everybody that votes Democrat and supports these people like Ocasio-Cortez, a wake-up call is when Trump talked about more women in Congress than ever before. They cheered for themselves. They didn't cheer for record unemployment rates being low. They didn't cheer for that. So but who did? Who did cheer for it? The supposed racist party, Republicans. Republicans cheered for that. They cheered for everything that the Democrats said that they stand for. But what did the Democrats do? Nothing. Socialism. I love that part. And the camera guy, awesome. I actually want the cameramen at that should have a raise. Why? Because every single thing that he talked about, and we all know, and so that means these cameramen know. When Trump talked about socialism, boom, cameraman zoomed in on Bernie Sanders. When talked about border security or taxes or anything like that, boom, Ocasio-Cortez. Like they know just as much as we do that these people don't care about you or me or anything. They care about their voter base. They want to get into power, and they're going to virtue signal, and that's exactly what they did last night, and it wasn't a good look for them. They are going to literally destroy themselves. And after last night's display, if you... Sorry, got interrupted by a phone call. So I'm going to have to cut this short. I got to call this person right back. But sorry about that. So I'm back. Hopefully it didn't cut too much. Got a phone call. Had to tell them I would call them back. They called me back twice. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. But yeah. If you, after last night's display by the Democrats, which Donald Trump had talked about a lot of subjects that the Democratic Party had supposedly said that they support. They support infrastructure, they support black unemployment going lower, they supported border security, they support DACA, they support this and that, and everything that Trump throws at them, they all of a sudden, because it's Trump, they don't want him to win. Wake up. That is why Trump said that about winning. It's Americans winning. That's why he said that. But you guys are so blind in your hatred towards Trump that you cannot recognize that. Allowing DACA to happen is not a left or right thing. It's just an American win. Border security is not a left or right issue. It is an American issue. Abortion is not a left or right issue. It is an American issue. And Majority of people do not support abortions. Majority of them. But here we are, we have these people that watch CNN, and all they can think about is these polls. The same polls that in 2016 said that Hillary was going to win no matter what. Why do people still listen to these polls? Who are they polling? Hey, Tanya. That is something, I gotta turn this air on. Woo, it's hot. It's starting to get hot in here. This is something that we all have to look at. When America wins, it's not a partisan issue. It's a bipartisan issue. America. The party system is only meant to divide us. Is really what it is. America, and look at this is something that I tell people all the time. Look, you do not realize how hard it is to be the president, because the president has to look at every single issue, and it's going to get loud in here. He has to look at every single issue in America. He has to listen to his advisors, and he has to come up with what is best for Americans. No, you guys don't make me. I'm just hot. I was trying not to have the AC running because it's loud, if you couldn't tell. But we make it. Oh yeah. You guys make me hot. Hey. Shut up. But it's seriously, you have to take advisement. That's why you have a panel of people. So it doesn't matter if you are a politician or not. You have a panel of people that are giving you the best advice, and you're asking around. Why do you think this border security is such an issue? Trump is not saying, I want this wall because it's a monument to me, and that this will be my victory. He has gone down to the border. He has talked to Homeland Security. He has talked to border agents. He's talked to ICE agents. He's talked to sheriff's departments and police departments that are right there on the border, and saying, what is the biggest issue? And they say, people just come across right here. And we need about 700 miles of border fencing to prevent them from just doing that. So that's what he's doing. He's taking their advice and saying, hey, we need something. Now, don't get me wrong. The Democrats with their idea of new age technology, drones and surveillance cameras, that's great. But they're talking about the port of entries. What is that going to do? 90%. Oh, they say 90% of all drugs are brought through the port of entry. No, that's 90% of the drugs that have been found are from the port of entry. Smart criminals are not going to go, oh, you know what? I don't want to go through this area right here where there's no border fence. There's no, wow, I just spit. Wow. There's no border fence. There's nobody patrolling this area. I don't want to go there. I want to go through that port of entry right there. And let me figure out a way. Maybe I can hide it in my seat somewhere, you know, and hope to God that the Border Patrol doesn't tear open my seat. No, they're going to go with the easiest path, which is just walk right across, not unchecked. And that's what he's talking about. So, Democrats and Republicans, let's sit down and say, hey, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's do drones. Let's do surveillance cameras along a fence. That way we don't have to have somebody physically there. We don't have to have a tower right there. Maybe so many feet we put a tower. There are so many options, but this is what is so sad, that nobody is willing. My way is right and no other way. My way is right and no other way. No. A wall by itself is not going to work. 100%. But you combine these ideas together, because Democrats, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, you guys have great points about this technology. Yes, you know, motion sensors and stuff like that, but put a wall. put a wall into it, and you make it 10 times harder for somebody to come over illegally and bring the drugs illegally. Because guess what? That 90% you keep talking about, well, there's another 100% coming over in those sections. Just because it's not 90% of the drugs are coming through the port of entries, it's only 90% of the drugs that you have caught are coming through the port of entries. So that 10% right there means they're coming through the border, through the port of entries, because we don't have the best technology out there. Okay, let's put technology out there so it makes it easier for these Border Patrol agents to find this stuff. But why can't we have it along the whole wall? No, it's insanity. It's insanity. That is why you guys need a civil discourse. You need to sit down and stop being so stubborn and pig-headed and thinking that your way is the only way or the highway. No. There are multiple ways. That's why, like, let's look at these school shooters, okay? First of all, media, you need to stop glorifying these school shooters. Stop saying their names, stop showing their picture, because there are people out there that are going to think, you know what, I've had a depressing life, I want to become famous. Quick way to become famous is become a school shooter. Stop saying the names. Stop putting it out there 24/7. And on top of that, when it comes to stopping these bad guys, why is it that only one way or no way is the only answer? If you think about it, these school zones are gun-free zones. Sorry, I haven't really been checking out chat. But there are people that are like, oh, well, I don't want fences up. I don't want security guards. I don't want metal detectors. I don't want our children to feel like they're in a prison. Well, we don't have to make it look like a prison. Yeah, not any conservative I've known has shot up at school. Not even a single NRA member has shot up at school. But everybody is so into their own idea. Like, there are people that have actually come up with the idea, well, you know what? We're going to throw rocks at them. We're going to throw rocks at a potential shooter. But yet, here's David Hogg saying that a pistol compared to the AR-15 there's no comparison. An AR-15 is going to win. What do you think a rock's going to do? Absolutely nothing. Maybe piss off the person even more. But that is the solution that you come up with? Because you don't want these teachers to be armed, teachers that actually own a gun, go out and train every single weekend when they're not dealing with their students, that actually have the permit to carry, the ones that actually have all the necessary documents. You don't want them to protect. Oh, well, what if a teacher just can't handle it anymore and goes on a shooting spree? How many times does that happen? Why does it every single time there's a potential solution, you guys have to make excuses? That's perpetually on the left, not the right. And he looks like a hog. He's a TV hog is what he is. But there are people out there, they're like, hey, you know, like me, for example, I was one of the first ones during Sandy Hook that said, you know what, there's a lot of unemployed veterans out there. They're highly skilled, they're highly trained, they already know the shoot, don't shoot scenarios, they've pulled guard before. Like 100% of them are armed, you know, they have their own firearms. Why not create a security force that is made mainly of veterans and retired military, retired law enforcement? Why not that? Hey, what's up, Nachos? Why not that for an idea? But no, let's not do that. Oh, we can't put up fences. We can't put up metal detectors. Why not combine your ideas? Because guess what? Hockey pucks and rocks and miniature baseball bats, they're okay ideas, but they're not a solution. How about How about what if you mixed in a metal detector with a baseball bat? That's a better deterrent right there. You don't have to have fully armed. You can have a metal detector at every single entrance and a baseball bat. That's a better idea instead of, well, we don't want it to look like a prison. Every single time. That's why I am so sick and tired of these arguments with the abortion. Well, what if this? What if a woman is raped? You are taking the least common denominator, which only happens, it only accounts to like 1% of abortions is the rape. And that's what the left does. They know it's wrong, but they try to paint a picture that it is morally correct by giving you these scenarios. And here they are, Democrats, sitting during the State of the Union on issues that are predominantly Democratic. But keep up the good work, Democrats. That's all I got to say to you guys. Keep up the good work, knowing that one, you're wearing white, you're going to draw a lot of attention. Hey, Mark, why do you not have a I don't understand why you don't have a wrench. You should have a wrench. Yeah, exactly. Trump meeting with North Korea on February 27th. There you go. I like that one. Throw dildos in job applications. That would scare them away. Democratic. Yeah, that sounds better. Democratic. Oh, okay. That makes sense. They are demon rats. Okay? Rats is what they are. And they don't care about American values. They don't. Just imagine if Obama was up there. Just imagine. Look at those speeches from Obama. It's not even comparable. Because at least Republicans could stand up and agree with some of the stuff that he said. Like, they didn't agree with Obamacare because that's a form of socialism. They don't agree with that. We don't want that. But, oh my gosh, I have never seen any Republican just mean mug like, Bernie Sanders was, and Ocasio-Cortez, and Kamala Harris, and whoever else they showed. But good job. Next time, why don't you guys wear yellow vests? I don't think you'll draw any attention at all if you wear yellow vests. Or, here's an idea. Maybe wear what everybody else is wearing. That way you don't draw that much attention, and that way people aren't talking about you 24/7, because that's what everybody is doing right now. And you are letting your voter base know exactly where you stand, and it's not looking good because you guys are a bunch of idiots and you want a virtue signal. That's all you want to do. You don't stand for anything except for yourselves. That's all you guys stand for. You want more money. You want more power. I'm sorry, Democrats. You guys are idiots 100%. And it's about time that people start to wake up. I'm sick and tired of hearing these people say, oh, I'm so woke. Look at Trump. He's so bad. Oh, well, unemployment's down because of Obama. Okay, if it was because of Obama, it looks like Trump is keeping that ball rolling, right? He hasn't done anything to change it to make it go back up. No. You guys just don't know what you're talking about when it comes to these issues. You want Obama to be the savior so bad. and you want it to be like God and freaking Satan. Obama is God and Trump is Satan. That's how bad you guys want it to be. You don't want to really look at the policies and go, well, he didn't have good. He might have been a great speaker, Obama. He was a great speaker, but he had sucky policies. Trump, on the other hand, not one of the best speakers, but he had great policies. I mean, you guys act like he changed overnight. Trump changed overnight. No, Trump talks in a hyperbolic way. Okay? Talking about cheeseburgers and hamburgers in the White House a mile high. That's a hyperbole. Stop taking everything he says so damn literally. That's why you guys consider him a liar. It's because he talks in hyperboles. An exaggeration of the truth. Everybody knows that the White House is not a mile high. It's just ridiculous. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. You guys are so ridiculous. You guys just so wrapped up into Orange Man bad, hate him so much. Okay? Look, I put it to you like this. I am a Trump supporter, but I'm very critical of the president. When he messes up, I'm like, hey, yo, dog, you messed up. When he does good, I praise him for doing good. Okay? I don't have that cult of personality. I don't follow somebody blindly. I am very critical of somebody. There are some things I would love to change about Trump. I wish he would stay off of Twitter so often. Okay? And to pick on him because he doesn't know how to spell. Wow. That is, yeah. CNN, let's jump on that. Talk about that for a whole week. Because we don't have anything better to talk about. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if what Nancy Pelosi, thank you, Mark, if what Nancy Pelosi did, sitting behind President Obama, let's say Nancy Pelosi was some Republican doing that behind Obama would get torn by the media. They would be, oh my gosh, that is ungrateful. They're not listening to him. Blah, blah, blah. But no, the media is actually praising Nancy Pelosi for doing that. Hey, Nachos, if that's what he's doing, he's doing a great job. And it's, yeah, to trigger people. Hey, you know what? There are times where Trump is a troll, and there are times where he is a master troll. And I bet you she was looking at blank paper. You know what? Just a virtue signal. It's craziness. 94% of all media coverage is negative towards Trump, compared to Obama's 34%. 34%. And that was from Fox News. 34% was from Fox News. It's probably even lower from CNN and ABC and what I don't know what the numbers are, but at least Fox News is about like 34% with Trump. Hopefully, I don't know. I haven't really run up the numbers, but 94% on the left. There he goes. Is he wrenched up? I don't know. I don't know if he is. He should be. He should be. But anyways, that is my rant for today. CNN had a poll of the State of the Union approval, and it was 76%. How about that? Wow. I'm shocked. Shocked. But, CNN also... Oh my gosh. Let's talk about Stacey Abrams. Look, Stacey Abrams... Your response, of course, had to have been pre-recorded because you did not talk about anything that Trump talked about at the State of the Union. And I don't know how the hell you are so far out of touch with reality? But truckers forced to pay for their own rig? It's not like I'm an expert in this area at all, and I really can't talk about this at all. But no, I'm not forced to buy my own damn rig. Where are you getting this information from? Please, enlighten me. Last time I checked, I'm not forced to do anything. But, socialism would force me to do that. So, thank you for letting us know about that, Stacey Abrams. And thank you for telling us a little bit about your family history, which had nothing really to do with what Trump said at all. Oh, yeah. ATN was probably on fire about that for sure, because ATN, that's a trucker network. And I bet you every trucker was like, what is she talking about? But yeah, as soon as Mark texted me about that, I looked it up and I was like, wow, where is she getting her information from? Because, that sounds like something out of a communist country. Maybe she was reading about Russia and thought it was America. I don't know. But Stacey Abrams, please do a little bit more homework. Yes, there are truckers that like to buy their own rigs. They want to operate under their own authority and not under somebody else's. That's what it's about. They're not being forced to do it. I mean, unless you count, people that are getting sick and tired of working for a company that dicks them around and tells them to go here, and they'll go here and go here and force dispatch, and why are you late, and oh, it's your fault, and oh, you're nothing but a number. Yeah, maybe they're forced to eventually, but nobody says you have to buy this, points a gun at their head and says, buy this truck. Nobody's forced. And that whole thing about farmers, I don't know personally about farmers. I've never really talked to a farmer, but I'm pretty sure you're out of touch with that too. So with that statement, anything you said before and after, I'm going to assume was out of touch with reality. I mean, maybe not about your family. That was probably true. But everything after, I know definitely was way, wow. It was way out of touch. Different parallel universe. Anyways, lying between her big gap and her tooth. But, I did support, the only thing I did support with what she said was, we don't want the president to fail. That's the only thing I support in that statement. But other than that, my battery is dying, and this has been like 33 minutes long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A little update. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of uploads on my page. I'm going to try to do a little bit more of the live uncut because everything's off of my phone, and it's taking way too much memory. I need to get myself a laptop on this truck and then figure out how to share these videos somehow. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed. What's up, Dean? Oh, crap. Dean from Facebook. You found me. You found me. And now I'm gonna run. Thanks, Dean. You show up. Dean always. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, always shows up when I'm about to run. Anyways, I gotta go. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for updated content. And yeah, I know. You can watch the replay when I'm done, Dean. So make sure you share, everybody, and God bless America. Keep it real, people. Love you.